What is going on, guys? Rebel Trainer bringing you another battle against the man, the myth, the legend, Sunnak. We are facing off again in just a fun little competitive series. We are currently 1-1 with the man himself, so this is a tiebreaker of best of threes, if you will. You guys can see the 6 that I'm bringing, 6 that he's bringing. Again, we didn't have any prerequisite of knowing what each other were bringing. I just threw together a team, he threw together a team, and so we're going to have some fun here. As you guys can see, I'm leading off with Stremmy, who is our Drapion. But after the fact, I thought, nah. You know what would be a really good lead? A really good lead will be... Yeah, Jay. Yeah, I lead off with a Victini. I just gonna do a fast, hard-hitting choice scarf there. So, we're going to face off against Sunaak. Sunaak brought his 6. Like I said, this was just fun. This is post-commentary, so everything that you guys are seeing, I'm watching as if this was me watching for the first time. But he does lead the AAG Ron. And we lead off Victini. So the question here is, do I fire off a big fat V-Create, or do I anticipate him staying in? I don't think he stays in. For various reasons, and I figure V-Create at this point will be big damage on his team. So he does stay in, which was very unfortunate for our predict, but we do fire off some big heavy damage, and he goes for the Earthquake. Jay is great, and he is living that like none other. So obviously we cannot stay in. I need Jay. Jay is very vital to me winning this as a game, especially being scarfed. So I'm wondering what he's going to do at this point. Toothless obviously was the best pick in my mind if he was going to go for another Earthquake. Very spammable. And now we just wait to see what Mr. Sunnak wants to do himself. He does decide to stay in, I believe. Yep. And he predicts and goes for the Stone Edge, which was super unfortunate for us. But very good prediction on his part. So, we have a couple of different options here. I could do a couple of different things. Obviously, I'm debating on what is my best defensive switch in. Could obviously went for the U-turn there, get just a little bit more chip. But opt for switching my Lodic. 1, activate our Flame Orb. And 2, so I can start setting up on this man. Obviously, I have no inclination that he's going to stay in, which is very helpful, especially setting up the light screen, looking at what his team is running. Again, he stays in, though. This man is just bold-faced as all can be. He gets up his own rocks, which is a little unfortunate for us. But overall, not a huge deal. So I fire out the big old Scald here. No, again, the only thing that really wants to take this is maybe Sceptile. But even then, it's going to be some pretty good chip. Does withdraw this time. Into Charlie, which is the Galvantula. As you see, does way over half, which you love to see. I'm feeling pretty risky, so I was thinking about maybe firing off another Scald there. And decide that's my best bet. Goes for his own sticky webs, which is okay. I do have my Defogger in Noivern, so I can always defog these things away. And then Mainframe comes out. Now, you guys don't know about Porygon Z. Porygon Z can be a very annoying, very offensive Pokemon. So I'm debating. Do I sack somebody off? I opt for Stremmy. Stremmy's going to do some pretty fine work against this thing in my mind. Of Sunaak's hazards coming off. We eat the Thunderbolt very well, but the paralysis is super annoying. The hacks were real in this one. app for my own toxic spikes. Figuring any sort of chip I can get on his Pokemon will be great. He opts to switch out into Gengar, which is great because Gengar was his only way to physically remove the toxic spikes, being that it can absorb them. So then in my mind, if I should break through paralysis and or live, knockoff obviously is doing big boy damage against him. He hits a focus blast. This man is not fooling around. Obviously focus blast being neutral, being that poison resists fighting and dark is weak to fighting. So we find out that he's Life Orb, which is very, very good knowledge for us. I know that Noivern is the fastest thing on the team, on the field. So I get the Defog. Yes, I wasted the turn for Toxic Spikes, but to be fair, I wasn't predicting Gengar coming in at that point anyways. So Noivern does the job. The sticky webs and rocks were going to be very, very annoying long term anyways. So then at this point, I'm wondering, does he stay in if I bring in Turtonator? Turtonator, while a very slow Pokemon, is actually a super good Pokemon, especially in competitive battles. Such a hard-hitting special attack and a defensive stat as well. So obviously I'm very much predicting him to switch here. Mostly because I don't think Gengar is going to have anything to hit Turtonator super effectively with. And Turtonator will just go to town with this Shell Smash. I have enough speed investment in Turtonator that he's actually very, very speedy. And obviously our White Herb clicks off. So then we are reset to our defenses. Now Aggron is not wanting to take this whatsoever. Just gone. Just gone. I love Turtonator. And the off chance it lived that in some weird, strange phenomenon, I was really banking on the burn there as well. So I'm curious to know what Sunaak clicked in that moment, but at this point, Sunaak is sweating just a little bit. But we have Heat Wave. The Heat Wave is going to go off here. Super unfortunate that Sceptile was fully speed invested, but Heat Wave is just cleaning. So now, looking at his team, probably his fastest Mon minus Gengar is now gone. Now we just play the waiting game. At this point, I think, too, he's only knocked out one of our Pokemon, and we've knocked out, I believe, 3 of his 6. Find out here real quick. Yep, 3 of his 6, and he's actually knocked out 2. So, there is that. Obviously, I'm wondering what would be the most effective thing. Obviously, Heat Wave has a chance to miss, which is unfortunate, but so does Draco Meteor. I decided to click it anyways. And just cleans up the malware. You love a good search and destroy. Gotta watch out for that malware. Then the Drew Gamer came out, and knowing how much speed I have invested in this, I knew Gengar probably at 252 was definitely going to outspeed me. I think I actually did a calc here just to double check that, but so I just opt for the switch here instead because in my mind I need Turtonator to take any kind of hit or whatever later on. It'd be very good for us. So my Milotic, again, being very defensive, was in my mind a very good switch in. Goes for the Shadow Ball, which is going to hurt. Does some pretty good chip. But it does not get the defense drop, which is huge. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. The choice scarf, I knew Jay could outspeed this. So Jay is going to put in a ton of work. So I did the Bolt Strike because I was anticipating him probably expecting the V create. And I was figuring the Bolt Strike being super good against him. Wasn't quite sure what he was going to do here in this moment, but I figured Leonardo could at least take one, if not just be the sacrificial hit that we needed. He asked for the extreme speed, which was really good that we didn't click Bolt Strike again, because that definitely would have knocked us out. Poe's going to come in here, do some fine work as only Poe can do, being a Kung Fu master and all. So I choose the knockoff because I didn't know what item I had, but obviously it wasn't healing itself. I figured knockoff was my best shot at getting rid of whatever item it could be running. His extreme speed go off and it does so much damage, but then we find out it was choice banded, so it made a lot more sense for us in that regard. Man, did that take damage. Again, extreme speed, because no longer choice banded, does way less, so we live on 2, which was huge in my mind, especially with the U-turn coming off now. We get a little bit more of our regenerator, and we get our choice scarf Victini back in. At this point, even though we're really low on health, we're actually looking really good and commanding in this position. I did not hesitate. V-create was the play in my mind. Was gonna miss. It's hard hitting. Fido is gone, and we get the win against Sunnak. So that was pretty sweet. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that battle. Obviously, these are very much meant to be fun. Sunnak and I enjoy battling each other. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys sub to the channel. Hit that like button to show your support. Those things are always free and help out our channel greatly. Currently we're sitting at 245 subscribers. It'd be really cool to hit 250 by the end of the year. But we'll see what the Lord does. All that being said, I'm Rebel Trainer. This is Rebel Nation. Make sure you guys go check out Sunnak. His information will be down in the description below. I'll catch you guys next time. Till then, peace.